Cherry Sunday, episode 195, and in today's video, I'm going to show you 5 minor CAGED shapes and matching minor pentatonic scale positions. I know that sounds like a mouthful, but I'm going to show you 5 CAGED shapes that match the 5 pentatonic positions. So, let me go ahead and show you real quick some of the graphs that I have here that we'll go through. And it makes it pretty easy when you could see both the shape and the position. So right now we have, we're going to be in the key of E minor, guitar player's favorite key. And as you can see on the top graph, we have the first shape. It's the E minor E shape. Okay, so it's like an E chord, right? But it's the minors, which is dropping the third and going to the minor. And on the bottom, you see that it has the E minor pentatonic position 1, which matches it. So you could see that right there, you see the chord inside the scale position, and you also see the scale position inside the chord. So it goes both ways right there. Hello, Jeffrey Boyle. Give you a round of applause. So we're going to go through all 5 of these. I want to give you a little quick showing here of what we have. We have the second pentatonic position, which is the D shape. So it's an E minor, but a D shape, and you'll see that the pentatonic position 2 fits perfectly in there. Then we have the C shape. You can see that the minor pentatonic 3 fits perfectly in there. We have the A shape, and you can see that the E minor pentatonic position fits perfectly inside there. And then the last one, you have the G shape, and that fits perfectly inside there. So if you want a PDF that I have of all these graphs, Jeffrey Boyle, just email me, info@JerryCherry, and I'll shoot them right over to you today. I have them ready to shoot over to you. Jeffrey Boyle, Philly, yo, what's up? Your Eagles looking pretty good the other day. So I have a little loop here of an E minor that's, I'll give you a little example of me running through all the 5 positions here. And I was using my SG, so I apologize, but I changed the strings and my neck got all warped. I usually change them one at a time, but for some reason I took them all off, and I think the neck didn't readjust, and I was fretting out all over the upper register. So I whipped out the Les Paul. Can't go wrong with that, right? Okay, so here we go. Here's a little loop, E minor. So all 5 shape. If you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I go live every Sunday, except next week it'll be Monday. So what are you drinking out there? It's Sunday. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Brooklyn, New York. And just amazing. I still have my coffee here from this morning. It's an Italian espresso. It's fantastic. Get me all wired up, ready for the day, ready for some football after this. You know, I thought about giving up on football. I'm a Steelers fan, you know, but I just can't quit it. You know, it's like, because you got to beat the refs. It just drives me absolutely crazy. It's not good enough just to beat the other team anymore. You actually have to beat the refs too, and that's what is really disappointing. So hit that like button if you agree with me on that. And let me know if you're a football fan too. Let me know what your team is today, where you're watching from. And I put a little fret ease on here today, a little finger ease, because it's a little humid in here today. Sticky. I'm going through some guitar difficulties. Like I said earlier, I was going to use the SG, and you see that on the thumbnail, my SG, and I was all stoked. I put new strings on it, and I always do it one at a time, one string at a time. For some reason, I was like, let me just pull them all off, put some new strings on it. Well, I put the strings back on, and everything was dead up here. So the neck must have released too much or something, but I got to tweak that. So I grabbed the Les Paul, and hey, that's why I have 5 guitars sitting right here. In case of emergency. Break glass. I should put glass around it. Just put a little hammer there. That's ridiculous. So, we're having some fun. We're being a little silly. So let's go over to here, where I have this shape right here. And like I said, if you want a PDF of all 5 of these doubles, which I call them, which has I forgot who mentioned that they found it really helpful to see the shape and the scale right next to each other. So I'm going to do that from now on. So I did that. And it shows you the fret, which is 0, which is open. So you have that regular E minor chord. E minor. And you could see that shape that everyone knows and loves. The first position, E minor. So it's right inside there. And it's really cool. I know it's all basic stuff here, and you probably know this already, but a lot of people don't know this, especially when I get to the next 4 shapes. A lot of people don't even know those shapes. So it's the same thing up here on the, with the E on the 12th fret. It's really, really cool to see that inside there. And, you can go ahead and mess around with the loop right here. Now I suggest listening to or targeting the root note, which is the E, or the open E, or the low E. Then you have the thirds, which is the G. The 5th, which is the B. Or the D, which is the 7th. Cool riff right there. Pretty cool. We'll just tune that string real quick. Check it out. chord, play parts of the chord. Alright, so let's check out this second shape right here. Now it's a D minor shape. You know, it's a D minor shape because it looks like a D, right? I mean, this position right here is a D. Right? D. But if you make it minor, you just drop the third right there. So if you slide it all the way up to E, so that's the D shape E minor chord. And within this, you have all kinds of licks and stuff and rhythm and chords that you can play. You got the low third right here. Let's see what it sounds like over this loop. Focus on the root notes. So, really cool exercise. Now, one thing I want to point out is the vibrato. You know, when you're playing the root notes, a good vibrato technique is to hit the note, no vibrato, and just kind of give it a nice shake. Don't give it like an out of tune type of bend. So the vibrato can make or break you, you know. It's so important to get a nice vibrato in there. So I always thought I had decent vibrato, especially in the last decade or so, right? But I watched a video from this great guitar player, Jim Campolongo. He's a New York City guitar player. Actually lives in San Francisco now. And he had recently, I watched this video, and it's a great video on vibrato where he takes the note, and I believe that he bends it pretty much almost a half step up on his bend, or maybe a semitone, but it's pretty wide vibrato. But I've been applying that to a lot of my playing, and it really sounds pretty good. So I'm really digging in, trying to get a smooth up and down type of vibrato. See how it sounds over this. Focusing on the vibrato. scale. The G is the third. The B is the fifth. Think about what this is doing to the E minor chord. The D is the seventh. Make up licks. I mean, you see, there's the scale right there. The E minor pen position 2. Pretty cool. So we're having some fun. All right, Christopher Eden, I finally caught you, and you're doing the good stuff. That is so cool. Thank you so much for that, Christopher Eden. You're awesome. And I'm so far beyond inspired. Well, that is cool. That really means a lot. I hope to inspire. Inspiration is everything, right? We all need inspiration. We all need to be in tune, too. Good morning, Finny. I love that profile pic. A little pup you got there. Or is that a rabbit? No, it's a puppet dog. So really cool here. And so we're targeting certain notes, and we're seeing the chords and the scales within each other, which is really cool. And think about this too, is like if you're playing this chord here, this E minor, in the D shape, like this. If you see that on top, the E minor D shape, a little sharp there. Keep yanking it. It's a good thing to, if you're a little sharp, you can just take the string and pull it, tug on it. A lot of times it'll go flat. You hope it does. I could use a tuner. What's a tuner? So yeah, I'm seeing this chord shape, but I'm not playing. It's impossible to play the whole thing. So you play it in sections or segments of it. You can play it here. I mean, everyone knows this position. Everyone plays an E like this. You can play the low third. Then you can break it up and play this part, the fifth, the root, fifth again, or the root, fifth. Crazy, sorry. I'll get into. There we go. And then you can play the minor third up here, like this. E minor like this. It's gonna be impossible to play it like this. play it, two-hand technique right there. Ooh, pretty cool, huh? Fancy. All right. Let's see. There's a cartoon out there. Amazing, important information about best guitar practice. Staying tuned. Yeah, that is true. I'm trying to stay in tune today. Guitar is a weird intonated instrument. Did you see that video where there's a guitar was literally the frets, what do they call it? It's tempered. It's like tempered. And there's a screw underneath every part. So there's like literally 6 parts of each fret, and you could adjust it back and forth. So you're moving the fret underneath each string under the fret. That's a really trippy, but you can get perfect intonation that way. And that blows my mind. It'll look ridiculous, and especially if you're drunk. You may not know what's going on, but it's probably pretty cool. Hello, good people. Robbie H. Love, give you a round of applause. Give everybody a round of applause here. Thanks for y'all. Such good, can't miss information. For sure. The intonation on the guitar just drives me crazy. That's why I use the tuner to get, like live, the tuner, just use it and you go. When you're playing with a band, you can't tell. But when you're isolated just by the guitar by itself, you really hear how out it is. So I just kind of tune it by ear. So we're focusing on these things. Let's go to the next shape right here, which is the C shape. And it's a C shape because look, here's a C chord, right? We all know and love this beautiful C shape. If we moved it all the way up to an E, we will make it minor. So we're going to drop the major third. So that's the CAGED shape, E minor. So look, it's a C minor. Just like this was a C minor. Bring it all the way up to E. Look, we're bumping into each other as far as the positions. This was part of this position, remember? The D. Now bring it to the C, which actually moves into the next pentatonic shape, which is the pentatonic position 3. I mean, you've seen all these shapes before, but it's cool how they blend in with the chord patterns, with the chord shapes. So the pentatonic positions match the chord shapes here. So, like if you know this right here, this E minor pentatonic position 3, which is a pretty cool position right here. A lot of cool riffs come out of this one. I got a copyright claim for that one. There goes the neighborhood. So yeah, really cool position right here. You can see the chord right inside there, the minor. Like look at the top. Now look where inside the scale you see that, but you see extra notes. Well, those, if you're playing this chord, playing in there. arpeggios. Play parts of the chord. It's hard. It's impossible to play this whole shape, right? But you can play parts of it, and you can play that pentatonic scale within there. It's cool to think about targeting notes and vibrato. Bending up from the 7 to the root. It's a little trick. Up to the 5, the 4th to that was major. Minor. Going off the rails a little bit here. Got a couple more positions. My neighborhood would rejoice. Better than roofing. No, it's 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, you know, we've got some construction going on too. The apartments below me, new tenants are moving in and they've been doing work the last few days. And I actually went down there to, to just the, I know the maintenance people, so they're pretty cool people. And I asked if they could settle down by 12 o'clock. No, we'll be done, man. We'll be done. Like Rastafarians, and they're done. They're not making too much noise. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool of them. That's the one thing when you're living in a. I actually live in a. It's an apartment building, but it's an old house. It's like a brownstone house type of thing in Brooklyn, New York, and it's a really old building. I think it's from 1907. It was built, and so it's converted into 4 stories of apartments. 2 on this floor, 1 below me, 1 below that, and sub basement, and there's 1 above. So it's like Sub-level, first level, second level, third level. Too much information, right? Yeah, let's get to the good stuff here. Finney says, there is a D shape in the position 3. That's where I get a bit confused. Let's go over to here and see what that is. Oops, so sorry. Let's go back one. That's what you're talking about, right? There's a D shape in the 3rd position. That's what I get. Oh, there's a D shape in the 3rd position. Okay, well, let's go back here to the 3rd position and see. Yeah, well, all of these positions tie into each other. Right? As you can see, here's the this 3rd position fits technically with the C shape. But if you look at that C shape, the top part of it is actually a D shape in there, because we're really looping CAGED, C.A.G.E.D, C.A.G.E.D, C.A.G.E.D. So after D is C. So we're looking at the C shape, and if you go back one, you're blending a bit of the D shape in with the C shape. You got kind of lost in that last solo. I get lost in every solo. I'm not sure that's a good thing, but very nice. Thank you. But that D, check it out. Here's the 3rd position, right? Playing the C. But look, here's the D shape right there as well. C shape, 3rd position. D shape right here. So here's a D. The reason why I think this is a D, because look, if you're D, playing a D chord, but if you take that, make it minor, like this. Here's a D, the major 3rd on the bottom that everyone plays. If we make it minor, put that 3rd on the bottom again. I just drop this 2. We take that, move it up to E. It's the same thing. It's a D minor shape, and it blends right in to the C shape. C, and it blends into the D. I'm going to make a video on how they all connect and how we could figure out a cool way to really connect all these, which is similar to this. Seeing how they connect. And look, here's the E shape into the D shape. It's just open. As a matter of fact, you could hit these harmonics is a pentatonic scale. Get the E, the B, the G, the D, the A. That's the notes of the pentatonic scale. So you can actually hit that over there. Check it out. Crazy, huh? Going off the rails. But hopefully that helps as far as that question you had about the D shape. And yeah. So let's go on to the next shape right here, which is an A shape, which is really very, very common shape. And the reason why I call it an A shape is because here's an A chord. That's not the camera I'm looking for. A couple different, I got two cameras, a few different angles. So if you hit an A chord like this, right, just like that. If you played it, drop the third again, that's the minor. Slide this all the way up to an E area, right here. Here's the E major. It's minor. So that's the shape right here that we're looking at. The E minor A shape. And the pentatonic is the fourth position. Fits perfectly right in it. So it's not a waste of time, none of this stuff. This is all really, really cool because you play this all the time. I mean, you play E's up here a lot, right? I mean, you might do like a riff that's kind of like... You know, so where's the E minor pentatonic in there? Well, it's right there. You don't want to have to go all the way up here. You can just do it here. So, really cool to know that. You're tuning throughout the day. Some of the best advice I got from one of the greatest guitar players I know, Teddy Kumpel, about tuning. He gave me some simple advice. He said, just keep tuning. Just keep tuning until you're in tune. It makes a lot of sense, you know. It could drive a lot of people crazy, but eventually you'll get there. Usually, like after the live is over, I'll be in perfect tune. Then I'll put the guitar down until next week. No, just kidding. Although I didn't really play that much this week. I had this project I was doing where I wasn't playing all week. And what a bummer. But it's nice to put the guitar down for like a week and not really touch it for a little while, and you get a new appreciation for it. So we're having some fun here. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this. If you'd like a PDF of these 5 graphic shapes that I have here, I'll shoot it right over to you. I have it already. So let me know. Just email me at info@jerrycherry and I'll send it right over to you. Let's see. I missed a couple of questions here. Jeffrey Boyles is Finny. That's cool. And we got lost in it. Very nice. I don't know. It might be the point. It might be the points. To get lost. Yeah. That's true. Get lost. I've been told to get lost a few times. And I'm hunching over with this Les Paul, and I think my back is... I'm going to have to go see a chiropractor after this. This is not a weight relief Les Paul. This is the real thing. It's heavy. It's like I'm carrying a baby. Who says that men... they wouldn't know the experience of carrying a child? Well, let's see. I think we know by carrying this Les Paul, it's like carrying a baby. I'm going to get in trouble for that, I feel, somewhere. That'd be a funny meme, like somewhere, wouldn't it, on TikTok? You know? Wow, going off the rails for sure here. Christopher. Christopher. Sounds like The Sopranos. Teddy plays for Joe Jackson. That's right. Robbie H. Love. Teddy. So you know Teddy Kumpel? Plays for Joe Jackson. And great guitar player. I took 6 guitar lessons from him. It changed my life. And he's a really cool guy. Good friend. I go see him play in his band, Gnome Sane. Gnome Sane? That's what it means. And his bass player, Bob Stander, who's a really amazing bass player, is actually, I'm recording in his studio, this song that I have, and it's going to be done real soon, probably by early October. First song I've recorded in a studio besides my own in a while. I'm really happy, and he's co-producing it with me. He played bass on it. He's a genius, and it's coming out really good. So, Christopher Eaton, what are you laughing at? Sunday workout. I know, see, I'm hunching over again. But, that's crazy. I'm going to have some back issues after this one. I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it over here so it could sit on my leg comfortably. There you go. And he gave you a lesson once too? Really, Robbie? That's cool. What did he teach you? Because he taught me some really cool stuff. So, you know, these shapes are really cool too to know, because once you start applying this to a blues context too, where the chord is a major chord, like this is a really fun shape because you take that lick right here and you go take that minor third, you start bending up to major third. Or we're in minor, so let's keep it minor for a little bit. You carried a baby for 9 months, big deal. I carried a Les Paul for 30 years. Oh man, you know that's good stuff right there. Go ahead, you post it. That would be funny. I could see a viral clip right there. Oh my goodness, that is totally hilarious. You carried a baby for 9 months. Big deal. I carried a Les Paul for 30 years. That is too funny. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go here to the last position right here, this 5th position. And this is a cool one too, you know. As you can see, it's the G shape. Why is it a G shape? Because look, for those who don't know, now you will know. G chord. Out of tune G chord. Right, like G chord like that. And move it all the way up to the E. Be like this, right? G chord. But we want to make it minor, so we're going to drop that third. Just like we played a G minor down here like this. E minor. Arpeggio like that. So as you'll see here, you have that position 5, which is a really cool position. Not very utilized by me, that is. What I like about this is it's really symmetrical as well. As you can see, it's like in that shape. It's the only one where you have 2 strings that are a whole step apart. You have 2 strings in the middle that are a minor third apart, 2 strings at the top. So it's like it's just weird, right? But cool stuff that you could do with it as well in this, which is a little different. But we could play this loop. third bend. Bending the E to the G. So, I'm just having fun. I don't know what I'm doing here. I should know what I'm doing. I'm actually trying to teach here, but it's all about getting lost, like you were saying. Just mess around and go for it. I'm going for it. You can't always be safe, and no charge for the bad notes. So, Robbie, talking about Teddy Kumpel, great guitar player. You took a lesson from. He tried to teach me playing the changes. Wasn't quite up to that level at the time. Changes, yeah. Well, this is pretty easy because there's no changes in this one. So it's just one chord. Hey, Jeff. So Finney. Position 5 and 1 are a good starting point for beginners, and then fold in and connect 2, 3, and 4. At least that's what I'm doing. It's pretty cool. Yeah. That is cool. That would be something like, if you did something like like up here, position 1. You go down, position 5. Blend them in. And then do them together like a next position, you get the BB box. You absolutely know what you're doing. What a good start of the week. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for that. That's very kind of you, Christopher. Wiggle the wire in the magnetic field. A generator. Listen to. Wiggle the wire in the magnetic field. A generator. Is that weird? That's on here? Yeah, what is it? I don't know what that means. Wiggle the wire in a magnetic field. A generator you can listen to. Genius. Talking about bending the strings and wiggling the strings. Vibrato. Yeah, I guess so. A generator you can listen to. That is genius. I dig that. So I think we went over all the chord shapes here. It's just fun to do this. I think I don't practice it all that much, and I should, because one thing I didn't mention is that try to keep the positions this way, like the fingerings, because you don't have to, and it's not the law, but it really strengthens all of your fingers, because you may not use the 2 and the 4 finger, or the 1 and the 3, but the combination of these are priceless. So as far as practice goes, I would sit at home and just practice these shapes with the right fingering. And the second one, like this. Just go up and down. Different patterns. Up to you. Because you might want to switch fingers and go. Because they're stronger here. But for practice sake, strengthen these fingers, the 2 and the 4. Because it's hard, but it's good practice to strengthen it. And up here. And then this one, 2 and 4 again. Deep end again. Making noise. I wish I can grasp the music as well as the technology. Yeah. All this machinery making modern music and still be open-hearted. Rush. I always remember that line when someone says that technology can't make great music. Just a question of your honesty. Yeah, your honesty. Ozman, hey, sorry I'm late. Yeah, you're a little bit late. 57 minutes and 47 seconds into it. But that's all right. This lasts forever. You can always watch it. You can watch it tonight, watch it today, get into it. But it's so great to see you. Thank you very much, guys. I think I went through all of this. I went through all these different shapes, Ozman. And if you want a PDF, I'll email you all of these. Look, it's not this one, but look, you got shape 1, position 2, position 3, and they all match the chord shape of the CAGED system. So I have all this on a PDF. I'll send it right over to you. Info at Jerry Cherry, and I'll send it right over to you. And great show. Thank you very much. Enjoy your Sunday. Thanks for spending some time here with me. I really appreciate it. This is so much fun. I look forward to this every time. Email me. Ozman, just say hello, you want them, and I'll send it right over to you. Otherwise, I can't really remember everyone's email address. So if you email me, I'll have it right there. But that's very cool. I appreciate that. Just listening is cool. Awesome, Christopher. So thank you so much, Christopher, for hanging out. Ozman, thanks for popping in. Always a pleasure seeing you. And Finney says, oh, Ted Nugent does those runs. Great. Gonzo, yeah. Ted Nut, we call him. And yeah, thank you guys. Really cool for popping in. Robbie, I'm taking some lessons from Teddy Kumpel. I'll be back taking some more from, because 6 is just not enough. He's so full of knowledge. I get to see him all the time here at the bitter end in New York in his band Know 'em Sane. Know what I'm saying? Jeffrey Boyle. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me, spending some time here on Sunday. So next week it'll be on Monday, and let me know, and let me know in the comment section or email me info@cherry. Let me know what you want to go over next week. I got some great ideas. I just wanted to get through this one right here, but I got some really good ideas for next week. But if you have something better, let me know what you're into and what you think would be a good jam for next Monday. Unfortunately, I can't do Sunday because I'll be flying home from Georgia where I have a couple gigs. But so let me know. It'll be the 16th, Monday the 16th. Know what I'm saying? But it's actually, it's Know what I'm saying, but it's Nome, N-O-M-E, Know what I'm saying. Like S-A-N-E, Know what I'm saying? Not like Aladdin Zane by David Bowie, but Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Amazing band. Check them out. Check out Teddy Kumpel if you don't know who that is already. And also check out Jim Campolongo for giving me the great insight on that vibrato in his video. It just takes a wide... Because even though you're going up half a step, it still sounds good. Check it out. One more time. Guys, thanks for putting up with me today. I love yous. And the band from Power of Love, beg you do not leave that band. Why I'm upset. Did the band from Power of Love beg you not to leave? Well, I knew those guys for years. I played in the Chubby Checker band with them 2008 to 2012, those guys that put it together. So I joined that band just to get it started. I know them. I love them. I did the demo with them. I did the video with them. I played a bunch of gigs, but I couldn't commit to all that. And they call me every now and then to come back and do it. And I haven't been available, but I will. When the timing is right. And but I'm sure they're doing great gigs now, and they're doing awesome. And I love those guys dearly. All really cool people. Tommy C and Gary Nutt. All those guys are really, really cool people. So, yep. So thank you very much, guys. I love you. I'll see you next Monday. Let me know if you have any great ideas for any lives we could do in the future. And so remember, be cool, be kind, and be cherry. And if you want to see another video that I did last week on the CAGED system, but the minor positions that match the minor chords, put the video right up there for you. All right, guys. I love you. Have a great Sunday and the rest of the week. See you next time. Yeah.